It was a quiet Tuesday afternoon when Ben Mitchell walked into the Willow Creek Animal Shelter, the kind of place most people drove past without a second glance. He wasn't even sure why he turned in that day. Maybe it was the way the clouds had lingered above his town for days, like they were pressing down on him. Or maybe it was the silence in his home that had gotten too loud to bear. What he didn't know yet was that this small decision, one detour, was about to change two lives forever. Ben wasn't looking for anything specific. He walked past rows of barking dogs, energetic tails wagging, paws up on fences, eyes full of hope. But then, he saw him. A German shepherd, older than most in the shelter, sitting silently in the back of his kennel. His posture was still, disciplined. His eyes didn't beg, they waited, patient, dignified, like a soldier standing alone in formation. His name's Rex, the shelter worker said, gently approaching. Former K-9 candidate, passed most of his training, but life had other plans. His handler passed away in a car accident. The department couldn't keep him. He's been here ever since. Ben just stood there, staring at the dog. Something about Rex, the quiet pain in his eyes, the calm strength in his body, reminded Ben of someone. His younger brother, Matthew. They had grown up together with a German shepherd named Duke, a loyal companion who had helped them through some of the hardest times. Matthew had always wanted another dog. But then life happened. Matthew got sick, and then he was gone. Ben's world had stopped that day. He had buried himself in work, in isolation, in guilt. But as he stood there looking at Rex, something shifted. A flicker of warmth, a memory, a question. Could he open his heart again? Ben surprised even himself when he said the words, "I'd like to adopt him." The shelter staff smiled, hopeful. Rex didn't react. He simply stood, walked forward, and sat down right at the gate, staring straight at Ben. Like he understood. Like he was saying, "I've been waiting for you." The paperwork began. Arrangements were made. The pickup was scheduled for the next morning. But overnight, something happened. Fear crept in. Doubt. The kind of anxiety that whispers to you when you're about to change. When you're standing on the edge of something good but scary. Ben woke up at 4 a.m., staring at the ceiling. What if he wasn't ready? What if he couldn't give Rex what he deserved? What if losing again would break him beyond repair? By 8 a.m., he called the shelter. "I'm sorry," he said quietly. "I can't take him." That was it. No explanation. Just silence. On the other end, the staff was heartbroken. But not as heartbroken as the dog who waited all day by the gate, still watching, still hoping. Rex didn't bark. He didn't whimper. He just sat there, hour after hour, like a soldier who'd been stood up by the only person he believed in. The staff said it was one of the saddest things they'd seen. 2 days passed. A storm rolled in. Rain pounded the roads. And just as they were locking up the shelter for the night, the door flew open. Ben stood there, soaked to the bone, holding something in his arms. A tiny puppy wrapped in a wet towel. "I found her on the road," he said out of breath. "She was hurt. I didn't know where else to go." The staff rushed the puppy into emergency care. She was bruised, scared, but alive. And Ben, he looked like a man who'd finally broken through the wall he'd spent years building. His eyes scanned the shelter until they landed on the same kennel. Rex was there, still waiting. No judgment in his eyes. Just understanding. Ben dropped to his knees in front of the kennel and whispered, "I'm sorry." I should have come back sooner." Rex didn't move. Then, slowly, he walked forward and pressed his head against the bars, right where Ben's hand was trembling. That night, Ben didn't leave. He stayed at the shelter, wrapped in a blanket on the floor, Rex sleeping nearby. The next morning, there were no second thoughts. The adoption went through. Rex was going home. Life didn't become perfect overnight. Rex had nightmares. So did Ben. They were both healing from things they didn't know how to say out loud. But they found rhythm in the silence. Ben started hiking again. Trails he hadn't visited since Matthew passed. Rex walked beside him, calm and steady. Strangers at the park noticed. "He walks like he's protecting something," one woman said. Ben smiled. "He is." Then came the fair. The spring fair in town was a big event, and Ben thought it would be a good day out for Rex. But midway through the afternoon, a child went missing. 3-year-old Lucas. 1 second he was holding his mother's hand. The next, he was gone. Panic erupted. People shouted, searched. Police were called. But before any of them found the boy, Rex did. His ears perked. He sniffed the air and took off running. Ben followed, heart pounding. Rex darted through the crowd, across a field, toward a thicket of trees. And there, hidden behind the brush, was little Lucas, sitting on the ground, crying softly. Rex didn't bark. He approached slowly, sat beside the child, and let out a low, comforting whine. Lucas reached out and touched his fur, and for the first time in minutes, he stopped crying. The boy was safe. Because of the dog no one else had wanted. The story made the news. Adopted German Shepherd rescues missing toddler at spring fair. But for Ben, it wasn't about headlines. It was about a second chance for both of them. After that day, Ben started speaking at shelters. He told people about Rex, about Matthew, about grief, and about how the dog he almost walked away from turned out to be his greatest gift. He started a YouTube channel, sharing Rex's story, the hikes, the progress, the trust that took months to build. And in every video, he said the same thing. If you believe every dog deserves a second chance, hit that subscribe button. Help us spread these stories. Help us be their voice. People listened, subscribed, adopted. Donations to Willow Creek doubled, then tripled. A year later, Ben returned to the shelter, this time with Rex and the little puppy he rescued that night, now named Daisy. A young boy and his parents were there, looking nervous. Daisy ran up to the boy and sat down in front of him. And just like that, a new story began. Ben watched, smiling, as another family took a chance. He looked down at Rex, who was sitting proudly by his side, and whispered, "We did good, huh?" Rex gave one soft bark, as if to say, "We're just getting started." So if you've ever felt broken, if you've ever been afraid to love again, remember Rex. Remember the dog who waited patiently, who forgave without question, who turned a man's fear into hope, and who saved more than just a child that day. He saved a heart that had forgotten how to feel. Don't scroll past. These stories matter. These dogs matter. Hit subscribe. Be part of something good. Because the one you're about to walk away from might be the one who walks you back to life.